face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go alone my way, help me take the right direction. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I tomorrow's view, strengthened by nothing but the truth. Let's join our hands, there's no reason we'll divide. We shall all understand why the good Lord is our guide. With a four-winged test, we'll pursue our quest in our little way of the day. Peace in the world, we shall not have living day. Peace be achieved, we shall not have
Together, let us recite the four-way tests and the objects of Rotary.
The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as the basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster. First, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service.
To do the daunting task of introducing our dignitaries, visiting Rotarians, and guests, please welcome past District Legal Advisor and RCCF's Director for Youth Service, Lolita L. Lumanta.
Hi, thank you very much, President-elect Berg Samago. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Maayong hapon. May I request all of you please open your camera so we can all see you as we call out your names. This is also the perfect time to have our photos taken. So this is what we will do. We will try to take shots of the gallery as we move along. I hope we can all do that. Okay, I can see everyone opening their cameras. Okay, so thank you very much. So in behalf of the men and women of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, led by Champion President Kendrick Ken Sulay and Transforming President Emmanuel P. Tesalona with their respective spouses, Nina and Tess, I would like to recognize the presence of the following Rotary leaders, Rotarians, friends of Rotary, and guests. Let me start off with the transforming governor of District 3860, Rodel Rizel Reyes of the Rotary Club of East Davao. Madayaw na hapon, Bob. I'm trying my best to speak the way you do in Davao. And thank you, Gob. You can wave. You can wave. I'd like to request all those whose names will be called to please wave. We also have Cebu Fuentes Pride and Paul Yunao, Zone Coordinator of Zone 10A. That covers all 10 Rotary districts in the Philippines. The All-Star Governor, May Ann Alcordo Solomon. Hi, Gov. May Ann. Hey, please. We also
Thank
have,
you.
yes, good afternoon. Another pride of Cebu Fuente, the Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, the Sharing Governor, Joseph Michael Yumi Espina with spouse Sandra. Good afternoon, Gov. Yumi. I am also very honored to welcome today two very distinguished Rotary leaders all the way from Virginia, USA. First, the Endowment Major Gifts Advisor of Zone 33 and the Council on Legislation representative of District 7600, past District Governor Charles Arneson of the Rotary Club of Jackstone, Virginia. And second, the District Rotary Foundation Chair of District 7600, past District Governor Stephen Beer of the Rotary Club of Innsbruck. Hi, Chuck. Hi, Steve. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for waking up very early today. You have to take note of that time difference. They had to wake up, I think, 3 or 4 o'clock just to make it on time. So thank you. Maayong hapon and good morning to both of you. I also recognize another Assistant Regional Foundation Coordinator of Zone 10A and the District Rotary Foundation Chair of District 3790, past District Governor John Paul J.P. Kadaing of our sister club, the Rotary Club of Midtown Tarlac. Okay, I'm trying my best here, Gov, ha? Naimbag nga malum. Gov JP, I hope I said it correctly. I had to ask friends from Tarlac to teach me, nakashort si Gov JP, ha? This is the, I don't call this the new normal. This is the better normal. This is the better normal. Short quote. Okay, thank you. I also recognize the presence of our district governor for Rotary year 2009-2010. He actually confirmed today, Pablito Billy Parilla of the Rotary Club of Matina. Good afternoon, Gov. We also have with us our great governor, Governor Art Tan of the Rotary Club of Central Davao. Hi, Gov Art. And our very, very inspiring governor and a friend to all, Governor Benjamin Bing Garcia of the Rotary Club of Marbel. Hi, Gov Bing. And of course, our champion governor and the champion of all stars and all seasons, Philip Tan of the Rotary Club of Cebu West. Hi, Gov Philip. We also have another good friend of the club, the district governor-elect, of course, our good friend, Ana Luisa Bumagat of another sister club, the Rotary Club of Ormoc, together with spouse, past Assistant Governor Troy Bumagat. Hello and good afternoon to the both of you. We also have our district governor nominee, another friend of the club, the District Rotary Foundation Chair, Lilu Alinio of the Rotary Club of Gloria Maris. Hello, Gov Lilu. Joining us also is the District Governor nominee of District 3850, John Michael Nang of the Rotary Club of Metro Iloilo, another sister club. Salamat gid, Governor Cano, for joining us today. I'm really learning Ilocano, Kapampangan, Ilonggo for purposes of this task. Okay, I would also like to recognize our District Executive Secretary, Carrie Beatisula from the Rotary Club of Santa Ana, Davao. Good afternoon. We also have our District Trainer, Maria Luisa Jacinto of the Rotary Club of Waling-Waling, Davao. We also have our District Governor Representative to the PRM, and the Stewardship Subcommittee Chair, the beautiful Caroline Andrade of Candaya, Tacloban. Maupay nga kulup kay, that's the way they say it in Tacloban. Waray, ha? See, I'm really practicing here. We also have our District Paul Harry Society Coordinator from our own club, Manuel June Torres. We also have the District Annual Fund Subcommittee Chair and Endowment and Major Gift Committee Chair, the beautiful Roseanne Gamboa of Downtown Davao, another sister club. Good afternoon, Twinkle. It's good to see you today. It's been a while that we saw you. Thank you for joining us today. We also have the District Polio Plus Subcommittee Chair, of course, from the Rotary Club of Central Butuan, Ricky Andres. Hi, Ricky. Good afternoon. We also have the District Fundraising Subcommittee Chair From the Rotary Club of Cebu, Stephen Chian. My brother, the District Grant Subcommittee Chair, Vincent Edward Ang of the Rotary Club of Santa Ana, Davao. Hi, Brad. Good afternoon to you. We also have the District Rotaract Chair, Marilyn Bolin Puno of our sister club, Downtown Davao. Thank you to all of you for joining us. I would also like to recognize the presence of the District Governor's Representative to the Philippine Rotary Magazine of District 3790. Another beautiful lady, Susan Suday of the Rotary Club of Angeles, Culiat. Okay, let me say this. Mayap agat panapon po. Okay, that's the way they say it in Kapampangan. We also have the past district secretary, Chi Oy. Hi, Chi. Good afternoon to you. We also have our immediate past district secretary, a good friend of ours, Barbette Barbon Luminuque of the Rotary Club of Cebu North. Hi, Barbette. We also have the immediate past district trainer from the Rotary Club of Mandaue, Angel Jong Fernandez Jr. Hi, partner. Thank you for joining us today. And we also have a good friend of the club, past district trainer from the Rotary Club of Midtown, General Santos, Orman Manansala. Hello and good afternoon, KS. I would also like to recognize the presence of the following assistant governors from Area 1. We have Area 1B from the Rotary Club of Port Center, Assistant Governor Rodien Paca. Good afternoon. We have our own from Area 1C, Assistant Governor Elaine Sinerpida. We also have from Area 1D, from the Rotary Club of Gloria Maris, Assistant Governor Amor Tumakin. And of course, all the way from Bohol, from Area 1F, from the Rotary Club of Panglao Island, Assistant Governor Romeo Balaba. Romy, good afternoon. I would also like to recognize 5 of the classmates of President Emmy from Area 1. We have transforming President of the Rotary Club of Cebu, Edward Gaisano. We have transforming President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fort San Pedro, Maria Janelle of Nimaga Miral. We also have the transforming President of the Rotary Club of Midtown, Cebu Midtown, Florante Alinabon. The transforming President of the Rotary Club of Mandaue East, hi Rosel Somayo. And the transforming President of the Rotary Club of Talisay, Isel Resurrection. Okay, I would also like to recognize the presence of All-Star President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Mary Christine Tinitiu. Past President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Cristina Tina Bacalso. Champion President of the Rotary Club of Metro Cebu, Candy Victoria Galvez Cusi. Hi, Candy. Thank you for joining us. And of course, the past President of the Rotary Club of Mandaue East, JB Yap Gonzalez. We are also joined by Transforming Secretary of the Rotary Club of Cebu Port Center, Antonio Cia Sulay II. Transforming Secretary of the Rotary Club of Metro Cebu, Jonathan Zabate. Transforming Secretary of the Rotary Club of Banilad Metro, Emmanuel Hernandez. We are also honored to have with us today Rotarians from our sister clubs. Let me recognize first the Rotary Club of Downtown Davao, led by Transforming President Myla Cucun Agustin and past President Joy Hilario. They confirm, okay? Thank you very much for joining us. We also have quite a number of names here from the Rotary Club of Cainta, led by President Jenny Cruz, Senior Assistant Governor, past President, it's Jeng Liban. Past President Emelita Aguirre, hi ma'am. Past President, I don't know if you pronounce this Jorge or George Aguirre. Then we also have past President Maria Rowena Bello. From the Rotary Club of Ormoc, we have transforming President Erwin Into. Hi and good afternoon to you. And of course, from our neighbor, the Rotary Club of Tagbilaran, we have the lovely past Assistant Governor, Luella Baby Bantol. Hi, Ma'am Babes, good afternoon. Immediate past president, Irina Heberer. Good afternoon, Irina. Past presidents, Sir Vic Bantol. And of course, the beautiful past president, Yel Yubak. Good afternoon to all of you. From the Rotary Club of Metro Iloilo, I really have to say this. I always find a home every time I go to Iloilo because of the members of this club. I'd like to say good afternoon to Transforming President Adrian Fontilar, Past Assistant, yes, hi there, Adrian. Past Assistant Governor and my dear friend, Paul Yap, our dear friend, Paul Yap. Good afternoon, Paul. Past President Francis de la Cruz, he actually committed to join us today. Past President Cesar Anthony Tonton Ang. Hi, Ton, good afternoon.
Hi, good
President-elect.
afternoon.
Yes, hi there. I have to say this, President-elect, the eligible, Michael Ho. Good afternoon, Mike. Vice
Good afternoon,
President.
Attorney.
Hi, Mike. Vice President Paul Chapman and Secretary Rolixto Gutierrez. Sadya gid ako nakita ko kamuntanan subong ha. Salamat gid that you were able or you are here with us today. Thank you very much. That's not easy to learn Ilonggo, but you know for a fact that every time I'm there with you I speak in Ilonggo. So sadya gid ako ha subong. We also have our sister club from Makati Paseo. Hi there. President Marga Divina Gracia. Hi, good afternoon. Assistant Governor, dear friend, Sugos Ligaspi. Hi, Sugos. Past Assistant
Hello.
Governor. Hi there. Past Assistant Governor, Mabel Esteban. Past President, Sis Josephine Yap.
Hi.
Hi there. Past President, Vic Yap. And the beautiful immediate past president, Jasmine C. Hi, Jasmine.
Hello.
To you. Hi there.
Hi.
I would also like to say hello to the Rotary Club, once again, of Midtown Tarlac, led by President Jane Malyare and past Governor Joel Iglao, and the rest of the officers and members of the Rotary Club of Midtown Tarlac watching us today. We're live streaming in FB. I have to say this too. Naragsakak nga makita kayo amin. That's Ilocano because I was made to understand why are we
Kapampangan kami, Kapampangan.
Kapampangan. Okay, but I think majority of those in Tarlac speak Ilocano. I'll look at my notes. Don't worry, before I'll speak in Kapampangan. But thank you very much for joining us today. We are also joined today by two gentlemen from the Rotary Club of Manila Bay, whose club we will be renewing sister ties with later. I am honored to welcome Transforming President Frederick Sibog. Frederick, hi to you.
Good afternoon.
And,
Congratulations.
yes, hi there. Hi there. Thank you very much. And the Rotary Alliances Committee Chair, past president, I understand he's a compañero, Ponciano Jackie Cruz Jr. Hi, Paniero. Hello, Fred and Jackie. Welcome.
Hello,
Nice.
congratulations.
Yes, nice to be re-engaged with your club. We're looking forward to working with you, collaborating with you in the near future. Thank you very much for joining us today. I would also like to recognize the presence of the daughters of our Transforming President Emmy and spouse Tess. Joining us from Melbourne, Australia is the eldest daughter, Anne Margaret. She works as a nurse there. We also have another daughter joining us from Manila, Mary Josephine. And joining us all the way from Indiana, USA is the third daughter, Maria Corinne, with husband Anthony and children David and Ellie. And the youngest daughter, Attorney Jamie, who is based here in Cebu. Hello to all of you. So, to all the Rotarians, Rotaractors, friends of Rotary who were not individually mentioned, please know that the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente values your presence, and we are truly honored that you could join us today. So let's all have a great evening and let's make it a great Rotary year. Thank you very much, and back to you, Attorney Burns.
Thank you so much, Attorney Gay. You deserve that resounding applause for a job well done. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Bern Samago, and I am the Master of Ceremonies for this event. I hosted last year's induction, and it surely is an understatement to say that this year will be different. But just don't take my word for it. It is best that we ride and experience this new wave of virtual proceedings. So let me not keep you waiting. To formally welcome us all to this affair, here is my alter ego.
Today marks the cusping of a wonderful ending and a great beginning for the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. And just now, the dusk poetically mirrors this occasion. So as we look back on the year that was and peer through the lens of time for the days ahead, may we always be reminded of who we are. The Rotary year 2019-2020 has called upon Rotarians to be resilient and resolute, and the inspiring acts of courage, compassion, and camaraderie that each of us has shown through these passing months judge as worthy to be called people of action. We have been tossed into this new normal in a whirlwind, but our united drive to serve above ourselves move us to be faster and stronger to extend help where it is most needed. In our common goal to do good for humanity, Rotary has connected the world and is opening the doors of opportunities for a better tomorrow. So this affair is a celebration of what has been and what can still be with the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. It is with greatest pride and honor that I welcome you all to this virtual induction of officers and handover ceremony, 39th in time, but the first of its kind in RCCF history. So sit back, relax, and let's all have a wonderful experience. Thank you.
I prefer not to thank myself, but I think I deserve also a resounding applause. So here it goes. That's one perks of being the host. You get to control the happenings in this virtual events. Before we proceed, I would like to recognize also the presence of past Rotary International Presidential Representative and past District Governor, Jenny Coburn. Thank you for joining us today. But you see, if there's someone who really appreciates his time here, it is no other than this man who has been showing his smug smile since 12 midnight of June 30. But who wouldn't when you have done so much good for the past 12 months? So to give his valedictory address, here is the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente's champion president, Kendrick S. Sulay.
District Governor Rizal Reyes, immediate past District Governor Philip Tan, District Governor-elect Ana Bumagat, District Governor nominee Lilu Alino, past District Governor Mian Solomon, past District Governor Michael Yume Espina, our district officers, our sister clubs, fellow Rotarian spouses, good evening. As the old saying goes, behind every successful man, there is a strong woman. Well, in my case, I'd say behind my success is a loving, hardworking, and prayerful woman. My better half, Nina, has been very instrumental in making my presidency of the club as smooth sailing as possible. She has always been and will always be my constant absorber, my editor, my advisor, my dictionary, my go-to person when I need someone to throw ideas with. In short, she's my personal advisor. She basically personifies all the roles I could think about. She's all that and more. Nina has devoted her time and effort to the club wholeheartedly. Her unwavering support has made my term a bearable one, considering our current circumstances. This pandemic has made us do everything with twice the effort. It has made life now more difficult than it already was. And I could even imagine what I would and I could achieve if I was just left on my own devices. I probably wouldn't have achieved anything worthwhile if it weren't for my lovely wife. For all this, I'm very grateful. Truly, she is the wind beneath my wings. I feel immensely blessed. My heart is beaming with so much pride and joy to have her as my wife, my partner, my rock, and my forever cheerleader. Nina has not only inspired me, but I think she has also managed to inspire others. Her passion to serve the community has been pivotal in inspiring and implementing change within us and amongst us. I truly hope that she has been able to inculcate a sense of selfless servitude for her less fortunate brothers and sisters in the community in each one of us. We started the Rotary year with a blast, on a high note and in high spirits. I had so much vision for the club. Projects were set, activities was plotted and planned way ahead of time. Everything went smoothly until COVID-19 came in the picture. Time, under normal circumstances, already fly fast enough. But it has flown way faster due to the crisis we're currently in. It seems just like yesterday when I took the oath of presidency. We have done projects, successful ones, I must say. But after that, everything has become a blur and full of uncertainties, all because of the pandemic. As much as I would have wanted to do more fellowship and roll out more projects, time was just not on my side. Favorable circumstances were not on my side. COVID-19 has made it impossible for us, the club, to achieve what we have set out to do when we started the Rotary year. But despite this, we still stand strong and tall. The club still stands unweathered by the storm. We were still able to serve the communities by way of different projects we undertook during the good part of the year, as well as during the pandemic. All 7 areas of focus were covered. New members were inducted. And I think it's noteworthy to mention that we have convinced our Rotaractor, Don Jade Kanama, to finally join our club. I really hope that in the years to come, the club can also focus on membership and give importance to the Rotaractors. These young leaders are the future of Rotary, so let's nurture them. We started the Rotary year strong, and I don't want to think that we're ending it weak. This pandemic may have unmasked the vulnerability in each one of us. But I'd like to believe that it has also unmasked the generosity of our hearts. The desire to help the community has become more burning during these difficult times. The Rotarian spirit in each one of us has become more alive nowadays, and I couldn't be prouder to be part of this club. This year, my Rotary year, is indeed the busiest year of my life. But I guess tonight, I'm the happiest person to be present. But despite of those busy moments, every single moment is worth it. Seeing the smiles on the faces of those we have helped just make all the hard work and sweat worthwhile. My eyes now are more wide open to the needs of the community, and I vow that I will continue to persevere in helping. I have come across, met, and interacted with a lot of inspiring people to our different travels, to our sister clubs, or through participating in the different district activities. It inspired me more, meeting these people. Our fellowship activities that we had have made our bond stronger. I think I can say that I know you guys all too well now, especially those who can't sing and dance well. It is with great pride that I announce also that our club has achieved a good rating in our Governor's Challenge scorecard and in our Rotary International citation. This achievement will not be possible without the help of all members, officers of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, and most especially the guidance of our advisors, most especially to past District Governor Yumi Espina and past District Governor Mian. To Gov Mian, thank you so much. Your ideas and advices are just unfathomable, bottomless, it's unlimited. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And to my fellow RCCF, thank you very much for the time, support, and cooperation that you have given during my term. I have every reason to believe that the incoming and succeeding presidents will bring the club to even greater and more glorious heights in the coming years. I am a Rotarian, and I will forever be. So you can always count on my help and support anytime. Once again, thank you. And this is your champion president signing off.
Thank you so much, Champion President, for those words of gratitude and for being an inspiration. Truly, you have done a great job, and proof of that are the projects and the lives that you have touched. So now let us look back at the achievements of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente under the leadership of Champion President Kendrick Isulay with a video dubbed as The Year That Was. Time does fly so fast. Who would have thought that we have done so much in such a short period of time and at the onset of a pandemic? Let us give Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente and Champion President Ken another round of applause. At this juncture, we recognize the hard work and initiatives of the individual Rotarians of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente during the eventful Rotary year 2019-2020. Let us now welcome the awards committee with its chairman, past district trainer Dick Barba, and August members, past presidents Dave Karamihan and Radi Abarintos.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone. And on behalf of the awards committee, chaired by past district trainer Dick Barba, we will present the 2019 and 2020 awardees. President Dave, are you there? So to proceed, we'd like to present first our perfect attendance for Rotary year 2019 and 2020. First, of course, our past district governor, Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon. Another perfect attendance for this year is past President Maricel Borromeo Amores. Past President Dave, I'd like to continue for the Loyalty Award for more than 10 years of service. First, past District Governor Joseph Michael Yumi Espina, past District Governor Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon, past President Julio Gonzalez, past President Emmanuel Calalang, past President Richard Barba, past President Mary Christine Chu, past President Dina Ramos, past President June Torres, past President Dave Karamihan, past President Jesse Baring, and past President Maricel Soriano.
Maricel.
Dave?
That's Amores, past President Radi.
Sorry. Maricel Amores.
Okay.
Nagpapatawa lang, Sir Dave.
Okay. I didn't realize that my mic was muted earlier. I guess that's the statement for the year. Please unmute your mic. For the next round of awardees, we have special presidential awards. This has traditionally been given to members who have helped, or for in the case of the president, whom he thinks have helped him during his term. And we have two awardees for the special presidential award. First, we have, she was mentioned in his speech, past District Governor Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon. If I may go ahead, President Radi.
Yes, proceed.
Another special presidential award for Rotary year 2019 and 2020. We have the honorary members, Fritz and Pearl Stroltz. Another special presidential award, likewise mentioned in President Ken's speech, past District Governor Joseph Michael Yumi Espina and spouse Sandra Espina.
Next of our awardees are the Rotaractors of the Year. For this year, we have two Rotaractors. First, Rotaractor Chevy Risulado and Rotaractor J.N. Dagandan.
For the new Rotarian of the Year, we used to call this award as the Baby Rotarian of the Year. I happened to be a member before eons ago. I happened to be an awardee eons ago. I just have to put that in. For the baby Rotarians of the year, we actually have two for this year. Rotarian and current director Jason Go, Kiang Kiong, and a fellow townmate of mine from Balamban, Rotarian Rina Tart.
And for our most outstanding club officer of the year, it goes to no other than our incoming president, Emmanuel Tesalona.
For the Outstanding Club Director of the Year award, he's not here. Is he here? He's currently in Korea. Rotarian Director Polly Jang.
And for our outstanding past president of the year, past President Maricel Amores.
For the Rotarian of the Year award, he's the man. He has made all of these virtual things possible. Rotarian of the Year award goes to Rotarian Christopher Liagunas.
So that's it, Past President Dave. And again, on behalf of our committee and our chairman, Past President Dick Barba, thank you so much.
Thank the awards committee, and most especially congratulations to all our awardees. May you continue to do great things for the coming Rotary year. The Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente prides itself with the congenial relationships it has forged with various clubs in and out of the Philippines. As of press time, almost all of such sister club agreements continue to be mutually binding. But for this year, the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente proudly announces the renewal of its sister club agreement with the Rotary Club of Manila Bay. So at this point, we would like to hear the acceptance of architect Frederick Sibog, President of the Rotary Club of Manila Bay. So perhaps at this time, he cannot say the acceptance, but do note that we have renewed our sister club. Both presidents have agreed that they will cooperate with each other and will continue to do good under the name of Rotary International. So thank you so much, and let's give a round of applause to the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente and all its sister clubs. At this point, we welcome into our folds these individuals who wish to contribute a positive change in their respective communities. They have expressed their commitment to be one with the people of action. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our prospective members, Don Jade Kanama and Cedric Deparini. Now, to charge our new members is the ever-dashing past district trainer, Richard G. Barba.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you very much, President nominee Burns. May I request Don Jade and Cedric to please listen intently. You, Don Jade Kanama, with classification of real estate brokerage, bar, restaurant management, together with immediate past President Kendrick Sulay as your sponsoring Rotarian. And you, Cedric Jose Andre Deparini, with classification of corporate law and litigation services, together with past District Governor Mean Alcordo Solomon as your sponsoring Rotarian, have been chosen for membership of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente because your fellow members believe you to be a leader in your special line of activity and because you manifest those qualities of head and heart that will make you interpret and impart the message of Rotary. You are the representative of your vocation in this club, and any matter of an educational value pertaining to your craft must naturally come to us through you. At the same time, you will become an ambassador for us to your classification, and we rely on you to carry the principles and ideals of service, which we here inspire to those who share your professional activity. The community will know and judge Rotary by your embodiment of it in character and service. And we accept you as a member because we know our principles and organization will be safe in your keeping. Membership to Rotary is an honor and privilege. And like any honorable privilege, it involves corresponding duties and obligations. You are a Rotarian because of your classification. And when you fail to attend the meetings of the club, you are not being fair to yourself, to the members of the club, and to the person whom you deprive of the privilege of becoming a member because of your having been elected as one. Only circumstances which cannot be reasonably controlled are accepted justification for your absence in our regular weekly meetings. Being busy does not excuse you because all Rotarians are busy persons. From time to time, you will be called upon to contribute your time, talent, and resources to help accomplish club activities. This will give you the opportunity to serve the club and the community. Always bear in mind Rotary's motto, service above self. And in everything you say or do, measure it by the Rotary's four-way test. Let me then recap that the basis of membership is classification, the joy of membership is fellowship, the object of membership is attendance, and the honor and privilege of membership is yours. In closing, I will leave you with a simple tip. Starting today, if your favorite fruit is not an apple, then I will encourage you to consider that your new favorite fruit from now on will be apple. So it will be easy for both of you to be reminded that to be an active member and one in good standing, you should A, attend meetings, club, area, district activities. P, pay your dues and any assessments on time. Another P, pray for strength and inspiration to continually uphold the ideals of Rotary. L, lead. You will be asked to lead different committees which will prepare you for greater leadership plans in the club. As they always say, every Rotarian is a presidentiable. E, enjoy. If you will not enjoy Rotary, you will not be happy doing service. Rotary is defined in two words, fellowship and service. So enjoy each other's company because not only will you develop friendship with one another, but because together you will be happy to serve. Now, Don and Cedric, are you ready to be inducted?
Yes, Tito.
Okay, thank you also, Titos. Okay, the two new Rotarians are now ready to be inducted.
Having said yes, the prospective members will now be inducted by our dynamic Assistant Governor, Aline O. Sinerpida.
Thank you and good evening, everyone. So to the new members, may you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. for your oath of membership. I state your name,
I, Don J. Ganama,
having been admitted as member
having been admitted as member
of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente,
of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will uphold
that I will uphold
and defend the Constitution and bylaws
and, and defend the Constitution and bylaws
of my club and Rotary International,
of my club and Rotary International,
that I will further uphold the ideals of service of Rotary,
that I will further uphold the ideals of service of Rotary,
service above self,
service above self,
and be prepared to translate
and be prepared to translate
these ideals into realities,
these ideas into realities,
that I will do my best to help
that I will do my best to help
develop the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente
develop the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente
into a strong and successful working club,
into a strong and successful working club,
and that I impose this obligation
and that I these obligations
upon myself voluntarily,
upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
without mental reservation or of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Don and Cedric. Welcome to the club.
Thank you, Past President Alain Sinerpido.
So we thank past district trainer Richard Barba and Assistant Governor Alain Sinerpida for officiating the charging and induction of new Rotarians. Traditionally, the attending guests would have approached the new Rotarians and extend their hands of congratulations and welcome. However, in the light of the new normal, take this another round of applause as a symbol of our warm acceptance of your membership to the Rotary family. So congratulations once again to Don and Cedric.
Thank you everyone.
It has always been reassuring to know more about the person who will lead you and guide you through your journey. That is why, when you are the man of the hour, you have no choice but to hear out your laurels being enumerated in the open. To do the honors of introducing our transforming president is someone very close to his heart. Ladies and gentlemen, let us join our hands together for Attorney Jamie Marie D. Tesalona.
In the small town of Mulanay, Quezon Province, along with the changing of the year on 31 December 1956, comes the first cry of a boy born to Arturo and Veneranda. The eldest of the brood of five, he spent most of his childhood in his hometown and later on moved to Manila for his high school education. He graduated college 1979 at the University of Santo Tomas with a degree in liberal arts commerce, major in accounting, and having poured much sweat and determination, passed the grueling and exacting standards of the CPA board examinations. He became the accounting assistant at the Makati branch of then Banco Filipino from 1979 to 1981, where he met Tess, who was then working in the trust department of the head office. You can truly say that it was love at first sound. My mother had a trust transaction with the Makati branch and had to talk to a representative of the said branch. After that fateful first call, this confident guy kept calling back the head office to talk to my mother because there were supposedly some holdups on the transaction. However, he later on admitted that the many calls were just a ruse, just so he could talk with my mother because he was so enamored with her voice. Upon mutual prodding, they shared a destiny, and as the cliche goes, the rest was history. Emmy is a banker through and through. That much of the milestones of his personal life also marked a cornerstone in his banking career. Emmy and Tess were both taking up their master's degree in business administration at the De La Salle University as part of their banking career growth when their eldest daughter, Anne Margaret, was born on July 1982. The second daughter, Mary Josephine, was born a year later when Emmy became the branch manager of Republic Planters Bank in Lucena City. In 1987, Maria Corinne, the third daughter, was born, just a year before Emmy became the branch manager of South Harbor, Manila Land Bank of the Philippines. Then, on 1989, the youngest and most charming daughter, Jamie Marie, was born. No change in his banking career in my year of birth, but Emmy became luckier henceforth. 2 years later, on 1991, Emmy transferred to Cebu to act as the Vice President Area Head of the Land Bank of the Philippines and supervise the operations of Visayas branches in Region 7 and 8. He later transitioned to become the Vice President Area Head of Security Bank Corporation in 1994, which was also the year the whole family decided to finally relocate to Cebu. Emmy then became the Vice President Area Head of Planters Development Bank in 1996. Because running a bank is just not enough, Emmy showcased his leadership skills by serving as president of the Cebu Bankers Club and Financial Executives or FINEX Cebu chapter. Realizing that he has counted and managed enough of other people's money, Emmy retired from the banking world and donned the cap of a self-employed businessman. He ventured on precious metal trading, customs brokerage, and even lechon roasting. Indeed, Emmy works very hard for his family, and for that, we will forever be grateful. While we love him so much, we have to share him to the world because Emmy always felt the need to serve his community. His Rotary journey started with the Rotary Club of Cebu West, where he once served as a club treasurer. But as fate would have it, he found his way to the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente upon the invitation of a good friend, Peter Radi Abarintes. For the last 5 years, he has devoted time, effort, and resources to extend the RCCF brand of service to those in need, and he could not be proud enough to have done so. But equally inspiring is the bond of fellowship that Emmy has fostered with his RCCF family. The genuine care and compassion I personally witnessed and experienced when our family battled the seemingly indomitable COVID-19. But while Emmy may have literally conquered COVID-19, his battle with this pandemic is far from over. He has graciously taken on the daunting task of ushering his club to the new normal as RCCF continues to open opportunities through service and fellowship. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce to you an avid golfer, a trustworthy friend, a loving husband, your 2020 RCCF Transforming President, my doting father, Mr. Emmanuel P. Pasalan.
Now that we know more about the President Emmy, we will now publicly ask him to confirm and affirm his commitment to his office with the charge to be read by him by the Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator and past District Governor who showed that Rotary shares, Joseph Michael Espina.
Okay, thank you, Burns. My fellow Rotarians and guests, all of you. It is my singular honor and privilege to charge our new president. We do this every year, yet you may ask, what is the purpose of this charge? Well, just as you charge in monetary terms any service or material goods to show its real value, the charge to the president is meant to impart to the new president the true value and importance of the office. So, I hope President-elect Emmy shall take his charge seriously. PE Emmy, are you ready to be charged?
Yes, Gov.
Okay. So allow me to read or deliver this charge for you. Rotarian Emmanuel Emmy Tesalona, having been elected as the President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all meetings of the club. As President, your first concern is leadership. Since you will be the club's principal player, will not only carry the torch to guide your constituents, the heaviest burden will fall on your shoulders. To lighten your load, be sure to delegate, but never abdicate your authority as well as responsibility without losing control of the operations, since your accountability to the club and Rotary shall remain with you as long as you are the president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. Strike a balance between allowing others freedom to do their jobs without going overboard, while you take full control of your club. You will be setting the example of excellence, resourcefulness, and tact as you continue to be the inspiration from within and without. Remember that as its chief executive, your club expects you to be responsible for whatever happens to the club. Remember too that the buck stops at your desk, something which you cannot pass on to somebody else like in a ball game. Finally, full responsibility as far as the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente is concerned rests in you as its president. So PE Emmy, are you ready to be inducted?
Yes, Gov.
Okay, so he's ready to be inducted. Okay.
To hold true to the adage, no man is an island, transforming President Emmy has appointed the following set of officers who will support him throughout the Rotary year 2020-2021. Starting with the Vice President, Bernardino T. Amago IV. Secretary, Paul Zhang. Treasurer, Manuel L. Torres Jr. Auditor, Emmanuel C. Calalang. Sergeant at Arms, Geraldine B. Ramos. Protocol Officer, Dave John B. Karamihan. Director, for Club Administration, Jason G. Ong. Director for Membership, Maricel B. Amores. Director for Community Service, Jeselito V. Baring. Director for Community Service, Eman Rayan C. Abay-Abay. Director for Vocational Service, Tess Annette B. Lebron. Director for Youth Service, Lolita L. Lumanta. Director for Youth Service, Jose Marie M. Ponce. Club Information and Computer Officer and Director for Public Relations, Christopher A. Ligonas. Director for Public Relations, Reina Fe O. Tart. Director for International Service, Jose Alfonso C. Abad. Ways and Means Officer, Stephen Henry Uy. Ways and Means Officer, Patrick Yarid. And Chairman for RCCF Rotary Foundation, Kendrick S. Sulay. Because these officers also have to impress upon the public their relentless adherence to the call of their respective offices, they will now be charged by the N Polio Now Zone Coordinator for Zone 10A and past District Governor who exhibited Rotary Serving Humanity, Mary Ann A. Solomon.
Thank you, Burns. District Governor Rizal, protocol observed, but I can't help comment that it is a star-studded event. It's a star-studded induction with all our VIPs from all over the world, from Virginia, from Australia, and all around the country. And not to mention a special announcement that we have a star in our own club, Maricel Soriano, just to make everyone laugh. But it's really sorry. Okay, but that was for the books. It really star-studded. It just confirms it, and I'm just so excited because this virtual, our first virtual induction, is becoming flawless. It's a big congratulations to Tope, our end of the year. Allow me to congratulate him. And of course, the induction chairman, our host, President-elect Burns. Well done. I know you've had sleepless nights. We've done it by ourselves and with Maricel, past President Maricel, and immediate past President Kendrick, and President-elect Emmy. Congratulations. It is truly an honor to charge, or actually to remind our committed, dedicated, respected, and I should add good-looking Rotarians. So you've seen all their pictures of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. They're now the transforming team. Please excuse my superlatives. Well, obviously, I'm biased. I belong to this club. I have known some of these Rotarians since I joined the club in 1988. So that means 22 years. I've been a Rotarian for 22 years and a perfect attendee at that. I've worked with most of the other Rotarians through the years. And these charges, as I mentioned earlier, are actually reminders of what they need to do. Earlier you heard past district secretary, a past district trainer, Dick Barba, charge our new Rotarians. And I will about the apple. I've adopted apple since 2016, 2017 for easy recall. Our favorite fruit, not only for the new Rotarians, but for the officers and other Rotarians, is apple. Why? To remind you that you have to attend, you have to pay, you have to participate. And one of the third P, we added a third P, is that you pray for strength and inspiration to continually uphold the ideals of service. L to lead, and E enjoy. I would like to say that our Rotarians, our Rotarian officers are seasoned in doing what they need to do. So I'm sure President Emmy will not be worried to lead this year as Rotary opens doors for opportunities. So to Burns, Polly, June, Manny, Dina, Dave, Jason, Maricel, Eman, Jesse, Moy, Gingging, Jomar, Tope, Reina, Stephen, Patrick, Joel, and Kendrick. You have been elected to the important positions in the administration of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. This is an indication of the club's esteem and confidence in all that the club believes. The club believes that you will perform your duties and responsibilities that goes with your position. That you will work closely with the president and the rest of the officers. This is what we call now teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. That you will be present in all your club meetings and activities at all times. That you will uphold the high traditions of the club. That you will give the best of your executive ability to the furtherance of the interest of the club and the carrying forward of the object of Rotary. I hereby declare the new officers and directors of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente ready to be inducted.
And now, to officially bind our transforming president and officers to the duties and obligations of their position, they will be inducted by no less than the current district governor who holds that Rotary opens opportunities, Rudel Rizel S. Reyes.
Thank you very much, President-elect Burns. Thank you likewise to past District Governor Yumi and past District Governor Mian. Fellow Rotarians, it is my distinct honor to induct the officers of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente for this Rotary year. Finally, President Emmy, the day has arrived, and I congratulate you ahead of time for accepting the challenge to be the president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. May I request all the officers to please raise your right hand and repeat your oath of office after me. Say I, state your name in full.
I, Emmanuel P. Tesalona,
Having been elected as
President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Puente,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will uphold and defend
that I will uphold and defend
the Constitution and bylaws of my club,
the Constitution and bylaws of my club,
that I will further uphold
that I will further uphold
the ideals of service of Rotary
the ideals of service of Rotary,
and be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
and be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
That I will do my best
That I will do my best
to develop and support
to develop and support
the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente
the Rotary Cebu Puente
into a strong and successful working club,
into a strong and successful working club.
and that I impose this obligation
And that I impose this obligation
upon myself voluntarily,
upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations to all of you.
Our deepest gratitude to District Governor Rizel, past District Governor Yumi, and past District Governor Mean for officiating the charging and induction of the President and the new set of officers and directors of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. And you, as a matter of tradition, the attending guests would have approached the President and the officers to extend their hands of congratulations and good luck. However, in the light of the new normal, take this round of applause. As a gesture of our felicitations, may you have a fruitful Rotary year. So congratulations once again to the President and to the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente new set of officers. The Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente places high regard on the wisdom of its presidents, of its past presidents, and as such, they act as the go-to advisors for club concerns. RCCF prides itself to have produced 3 district governors: past District Governor Cesar Estalilla, past District Governor Yumi Espina, and past District Governor Mean Solomon. With this practice, we present to you the RCCF's Board of Advisors for the Rotary year 2020-2021, starting with past District Governor Joseph Michael P. Espina, past District Governor Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon, We have past GSE team leader Julio L. Gonzalez. We have past district trainer Richard G. Barba. We have past deputy district governor Conrado M. Abarinto. We have past president Maria Consolacion A. Pasion. Past district interact coordinator Maricel B. Amores. And current assistant governor Elaine O. Senarpida. Let's give our board of advisors another round of applause. At this juncture, we will witness the handover of gavel by immediate past President Kendrick Sulay to President Emmy Tesalona as a symbol of the turnover of Rotary in and administration of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
President Emmy Tesalona, as the outgoing president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, I am now turning over this gavel to you as a symbol of authority. Please wield it steadfastly, but with righteously, with courage, but with humility, with determination, but with compassion and understanding. As you accept this gavel and the authority that goes with it, may God bless you, guide and help you in all your undertaking as the new president of our club. May you serve this club well and successfully. President Emmy Tesalona, I know and I believe that you will be an outstanding president. Remember, because of you, your diligence in reporting and active participation and support to all our activities, you made our club outstanding too. I promise you that I will be there for you and for our club. Congratulations, President Emmy Tesalona.
President Kendrick Sulay, I do hereby accept this gavel as the symbol of authority vested upon myself as President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente for the fiscal year 2020-2021. I do hereby pledge to wield this gavel steadfastly but righteously, with courage but with humility, with determination but with a compassion and understanding, and I thank you and all the other officers and members of this club for giving me this opportunity and your trust in me. President Kendrick Sulay, I assure you and the members of this club that the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente will be in good hands, especially if you turn over the funds that you left in your term. I will check your attendance that you will live up to your promise to be there for me and the club as well. I will also encourage more fellowship because it is in fellowship that we serve.
With this change of authority comes the change of management philosophy and leadership style. Now, we will hear the direction that the new president would wish to take in this year of opening opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, let's join our hands together for the transforming president, Emmanuel P. Tesalona, with his inaugural.
Governor Rizal, PDG Mayan Solomon, PDG Yumi Spina, PDG Philip Tan, protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to each and every one of you. Tonight, I cannot exactly describe how I feel, as I'm happy, nervous and perplexed whether I could carry the daunting task of being the president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. Being the president of one of the most awarded and distinguished clubs of the Rotary in District 3860 is not a joke, nor a walk in the park, as one has to maintain the tradition of finishing the Rotary year on top, or at the very least, one of the top Rotary clubs. Staying on top of the heap is not an easy task. As we all know, our current situation is unusual and everything is done virtually, which we are not so familiar with. This occurrence, my fellow Rotarians, should not deter our desire to continue our tradition and renege our commitment to serve above self. Ladies and gentlemen, the so-called new normal is a challenge we have to overcome. We are no longer allowed by the circumstance to meet in person to discuss our plans and programs. Instead, we need to meet via Zoom. This situation requires us to further develop our talent of convincing other people to agree to a devised plan. These changes in our work environment make our term more challenging, but I firmly believe that this will change as we move forward in achieving our goals. Friends, the 7 areas of focus are still the same, namely basic education and literacy, community and economic development, disease prevention and treatment, peace and conflict prevention, water sanitation and hygiene, maternal child care, and support to environment. We are given this mandate so our projects will be attuned with that of the Rotary International and of our district. I am sure that at the start we will encounter some difficulties, but just the same, as we become used to doing things the virtual way, it will become easier as time passes by. Friends, emphasis this year is on membership. We knew for a fact that the strength of the club lies on its members. The stronger the membership in its commitment, the stronger the club is. It is in this context that no less than the new RI President, President Holger Knapp, stressed the importance of a strong membership in the success of a club. He even emphasized that the Rotary Club, should not only grow in number but also in quality. After hearing all those speeches delivered during the RI convention, I am sure by now all of us are convinced that we are entering the new Rotary age. Rotary opens opportunities. Without further ado, let's band, roll our sleeves, face our challenges, and accomplish our set goals together. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you so much, President Emmy, and may you flourish in your endeavors and raise higher the RTCF brand of service to greater heights. While we wish the best of RCCF for the coming days, it is also appropriate that we give credit to the leadership that brought RCCF to where it is now. At this point, RCCF would like to acknowledge the generosity, patience, and resilience that Champion President Kendrick S. Sulay has shown during the year of connecting the world with the presentation of this Leadership Award.
President Kendrick, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, let me present to you this Leadership Award as a symbol of your successful term. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Emmy. I wish you all the best and success. Good luck.
So congratulations once again to our Champion President, Kendrick S. Sulay. We are fortunate that our guest speaker is able to grace this affair with his presence despite his very busy schedule. We cannot afford not to hear the wisdom he will impart, as this could be the springboard through which we could launch our service projects and fellowship efforts. To formally introduce our guest speaker, here is the ever amiable past President Maricel V. Amores.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to be given the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker for tonight's affair. I will let you in on a secret. 5 years ago, I got to know of a kind and generous Rotarian leader who truly walks the talk. While sterling qualities are present in most of our leaders, this gentleman always goes extra miles to extend guidance and advice. He once helped RCCF in completing our dashboards that reaped awards like the Gold Distinction for past President Marina and Outstanding Secretary for yours truly. Since then, we have called him Governor, long before he is Governor. RCCF will forever be grateful that he has taught us how to properly match points for the TRF, which gave RCCF a monumental feat of 16 Paul Harris plus 1 and 2 new Paul Harris in 2018. But what makes him stand out has always been his propensity to make others shine. He's humbly and quietly there for you, bereft of any expectations and exchange of favor. Indeed, he is service above self in the flesh. Thus, it is no surprise that his club, Rotary Club of South Davao, has twice awarded him Rotarian of the Year. He is a model Rotarian who has maintained his perfect attendance for the past 20 years of his 22 years in Rotary. He is a consistent Presidential Leadership Awardee and has garnered several Rotary International recognitions, including the 4 Avenues of Service Award, TRF Distinguished Service Award, and the TRF Meritorious Service Award. Our guest of honor traces his inspiration in joining Rotary to his late father, Roberto C. Reyes, a past president of Rotary Club South Davao. He started embarking on his Rotary journey in 1998 with the Rotary Club Metropolitan Davao, then transferred to Rotary Club East Davao and became its 41st president in 2005. His admirable leadership skills, as well as dedicated and conscientious service, paved the way for him to be appointed in various key positions within and beyond the club level, including district officer positions such as Assistant Governor, Senior Assistant Governor for Operations and Administration. Hence, it can be gainsaid that he rose from the ranks to be where he is now. His vow to serve others is not limited to Rotary alone, as he has been involved in the Maharlika Charity Foundation, Smile Train Philippines, Most Worshipful Grand Lodge, a free and accepted Mason. He once served as the Grand Master of the Supreme Council Order of Demolay. On a personal level, he is a proud San Beda College graduate in 1983 and on the same year passed the CPA exams. He joined SGV and Company in Makati and San Miguel Corporation Audit and Finance Group. As a dutiful son, he went back to Davao to tend to the family business. He prides himself to be happily married to the lovely Anne Marie C. Lopez, the daughter of former City Mayor Elias B. Lopez. The union blessed them with a son, Roberto Elias. As the saying goes, if you want to get things done, give it to a busy person. His great attributes as a servant leader, TRF Major Donor and Paul Harris Society member has catapulted him to the highest position in the district. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming our distinguished guest of honor, the District Governor of 3860, Rodel Rizel S. Reyes.
Thank you very much, Maricel. That was indeed a very touching introduction. And plus all the pictures. Where did you get all of those pictures? My goodness. Anyway, that was something new. Something new. After attending about 60 virtual inductions and hearing all this kind of introduction is indeed something new for what you did for tonight. Again, thank you very much, Maricel. Once again, good evening, and protocol observed. May I just give my due respect to our End Polio Now Zone Coordinator, Past District Governor Marian Alcordo Solomon, and Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, Past District Governor Joseph Michael Yumi Espina, the two pillars of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. My fellow Rotarians, family members, and guests, once again, good evening. Indeed, your induction today looks like a district event with the attendance of all the dignitaries of District 3860, more so from the several districts in the Philippines and around the world. I am happy to see that we saw each other even virtually. To President Emmy and the officers of this club, my warmest congratulations for your commitment to share with me the responsibility to transform lives in our communities and open endless opportunities for yourselves, partners in service, and community leaders. Let us seize every opportunity to serve our community with meaningful and sustainable projects that create lasting impact. My sincerest compliments to Champion President Kendrick Sulay, and may I also recognize his spouse Nina, together with your officers, for an outstanding year of service. As you said, and as we know, you could have done more had we not been affected with this current health crisis. Your term of office might have ended, but your commitment to continue the good works for your club lives on. President Emmy and the whole club will still be counting on you. Rotary around the world is changing, evolving, and adapting. Your club is no different. Lots of positive change. The Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente must continue to change to be more relevant, more vibrant, and create more impact in our service. We will consider anything that improves the overall health of our club and increase our influence in our community. We have to accept that change is the only constant thing. We need to be open to new ideas. No matter how random, we will give consideration. No one should be afraid to bring their thoughts and ideas forward. Rotary clubs around the world are challenged with attracting, engaging, and retaining membership. Your club is no different. Every year, we have the same challenge. New members join our club, and some would leave. This will not be a problem if our membership is fully engaged through fellowship offered by the club and actively participating in fundraising and service projects. Let me segue to this. The End Polio Now fundraising and advocacy campaign has excited, energized, and inspired Rotarians as nothing else our great organization has ever undertaken. This means a tremendous amount of hard work, but today we can say that polio has active cases only in 2 countries and is closer to being eradicated worldwide than at any point in mankind's history. Yes, we are this close, my fellow Rotarians. To complete our noble work will take sustained commitment from all of us. To make our dream a reality will take unselfish dedications by all Rotarians in our district. But from that first moment in the Philippines in 1979, when the first drop of polio vaccine was placed into an infant's mouth, to the glorious moment in 1993, when an 8-month-old girl represented 500 million children immunized through Polio Plus, the Rotarians of Asia and the Western Pacific have shown that sustained commitment and unselfish dedication are the defining characteristic of our lives as Rotarians. The pride at what we have accomplished is exceeded only by our profound gratitude for having the opportunity to help lead this historic endeavor, to help fulfill the world's hope of a polio-free world. And we should be proud that the Zone 10A coordinator of the End Polio Now campaign is from our district and most especially from your club. That's the power of influence past District Governor Mian has as far as polio fundraising and advocacy is concerned. We all know that we are now living in times of important change. But this is not really new with us Rotarians. What is new is the speed at which it takes place. We are suddenly catapulted into this virtual platform, imprisoned in our virtual screen, so to speak. We are now faced with a complete reversal of social, economic, and even religious systems. We are now in the age of new normal. The Rotary International Board made several decisions to ensure our safety and our health. And we cannot compromise each other's protection and well-being during this time of the health crisis we are facing. In this situation, I say to myself, thank God there is Rotary. But it is important for us to belong to this organization. Why? Because we offer a beautiful contrast to a grim scenario. We are the first to respond when there were no available personal protective equipments for our frontline health workers and volunteers. We are there when calamities happen, and Rotarians build a refuge around people where understanding, tolerance, compassion, and justice would reign. We offer option to a bitter and useless ending. We always search first for peace solution to the problem of the world. We add a human touch to a world where people are often inhuman. Our great strength is that we promote a way of life in which it is possible to accept and tolerate others. However, we each keep our own individuality. A Rotarian freely shakes hands of the person who wears different clothing, claims loyalty to a different national culture, belongs to a different political party, or of a different religious belief. Through Rotary, we can tolerate and appreciate different ways of viewing our situation and the world. We are united in our tolerance and meaning of life we find in Rotary. We know that we can accomplish so much when we look good, or when we look for the good things we can all do together. We are professionals who try daily to live up to our core values, guided by our four-way test. One of the most rewarding experiences in Rotary is being able to offer yourself completely by giving your time, your heart, and your hands to help someone in need. I know all of you can relate to this. Instead of just giving funds for a project to our beneficiaries, we are personally involved. And when we take personal interest, we add quality of service that is priceless. Truly, it becomes service above self. You have demonstrated these qualities in all your remarkable and noble endeavors for the past 39 years and 39 past presidents of this club. These qualities should be passed from one generation to the next generation of Rotarians in your club. What a marvelous and incredible journey you had in doing good in your communities. Let us play to our strengths as leaders, as clubs, and as members. There is much we can do at our level in terms of operations and infrastructure, and there is much we can achieve at the club and person-to-person level, so that every individual who engages with us has a meaningful, valuable, and fulfilling experience. This year, we have to be as transformative as we need to be. Each and every one of us has to become real people of action. Everything we do as Rotary leaders, every decision we make must be for the benefit of the members whom we represent and who have placed their confidence in us. The same efficiency and the same productivity that we look from outside of Rotary must also be uncompromisingly be experienced within Rotary by every single Rotarian. Each of you has a duty to play, a part in influencing the future of your club. Once again, congratulations to the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, and we are looking forward to your milestone as you reach 40 years of committed service. Let us celebrate, let us take action, let us transform lives. Thank you, and God bless us all. Good evening.
Thank you, District Governor Rizal, for that insightful message. RCCF shall endeavor to change for the better, to be more relevant and more vibrant, as you have advised. We shall continue to herald the banner of the people of action. At this time, we hereby give you this virtual certificate of appreciation. Allow me to read the citation. Certificate of Appreciation is hereby presented to Rodel Rizal S. Reyes, District Governor for Rotary Year 2020-2021, for sharing his precious time and invaluable wisdom as the guest speaker during RCCF's 39th Induction of Officers and Handover Ceremony, given the 16th day of August 2020 via Zoom, signed by yours truly and the transforming President, Emmanuel P. Tesalona. Thank you so
very
much,
much. Thank you
Governor.
very much.
We would like to recognize the presence of EMGA, past District Governor Jesnick Dao. And just before we leave the formalities, we recognize the loyalty of the following Rotarians who have been with the club for 10 years and more, starting with our past President and past Assistant Governor, Jose Alfonso C. Abad, past President Maria Consolacion A. Pasion, and Rotarian Luz Filipinas S. San Pedro. They truly deserve to be recognized, so we cannot afford not to mention them at this point. So congratulations. We are done with all the formalities required for our new set of officers, directors, and new Rotarians to officially function as such. At this point, let's give them that one more push so they may be further inspired to open opportunities. So please welcome Paul Harris, Society District Coordinator, past President Manuel L. Torres Jr. for the ceremonial toast.
Thank you, President-elect Burns. Great job hosting. President Emmanuel Tesalona, District Governor Rodel Rizal Reyes, protocol observed, fellow Rotarians and friends of Rotary. Good evening to everyone and all. Tonight we change the hands of authority, but one thing remains constant: the Rotary thrust, which is service above self. So as we move from connecting the world to opening opportunities, let's bear in mind that we are people of action. And as such, we continue to find means to make our communities better and the lives of the least of our brethren a little bit brighter. In spite of this new normal, I invite everyone to raise their glasses and toast to the success of the new sets of officers of Rotary Club Cebu Fuente, to the success of every Rotarian's humanitarian initiatives, to the success of District 3860 and the Rotary International. May we all imbibe the ideals of Rotary and open opportunities. Cheers, everyone.
We have reached the end of our program. To officially close these proceedings, may I request Transforming President Emmanuel Tesalona to do the adjournment.
Thereby, no more matter to discuss. This meeting is adjourned.
We thank everyone for your time and indulgence. This would not have been a success without your presence. We hope to see you in our future events, and together, as people of action, move Rotary to open opportunities. Thank you and good evening to one and all. Please turn on your videos for the gallery photo op.
James, come.
Bro.
James.
Sorry. Oh, no glasses.
Okay. Congratulations, President Amy.
Thank you.
Congratulations, President
Congratulations,
Thank you, Govana.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Bob.
Congratulations, RC.
Okay, picture.
Congratulations, President
Congratulations, President Amy.
Thank you.
Face the camera, picture, page 1. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Thank you, Governor.
Page 1 to page 1.
Senior President,
Page 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, go.
Dalawang pages lang, Pe.
Bro Art.
Lechon, where's the lechon?
Gov Chuck and Gov Steve from Virginia, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Na-receive mo na.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good work,
everyone.
President.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Hi, Besh Orman.
Thank you.
Dear Orman, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats. All reply individually. We want to say thank you. Kendrick, big hug. Nina, you're the rock.
Congratulations, Kendrick.
Good work.
Congratulations, Kendrick.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Congratulations.
JP,
Formal,
thank you
coming.
Natikman ko ba yung virtual lechon? Sarap, no?
Thank you very much.
Virtual lechon.
Congratulations.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, Jesse Boy.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Jess, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gomel.
Wow, to everyone here, oh, star-studded. Saan ba si Maricel Soriano? Maricel Soriano!
Hi, Ken.
Maricel Soriano. Wow.
Congrats.
Just
Thank you, Ford. Thank you, I.
Kayo ulit.
Congrats.
You're the man.
Congratulations. Thank you, Ate Ai.
Governor-elect Mare Ana.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gavin and Ellie.
Good evening, Gov Jess. Good evening po.
Just daw,
Mare, BFM Lilo.
Thank you, Gobana.
Mare, IBS Barbell.
Press
Mare,
Maricel
Mare
Soriano.
Twinkle.
Yes.
Mara Twinkle. Gobing.
Gobing, hi Gobing.
Great
Gobing ba yan? Tom, we missed you. Hi, thank you for coming.
Okay, lechon, yeah.
Lovely baby, thank you for coming, Lovely. Mare, thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Miss Kendrick.
Portfolio Coordinator Ricky.
Congrats.
Yumi.
Go.
Hello,
Congratulations.
Troy.
Hello, Gobing. Hello.
Gobing, thank you, Gobing.
Hello, Press JV.
JB, thank you,
Amin,
JB.
tawagan mo naman.
Oscar,
Hello, Gob Lilo. Hello, Gob.
Sabi ang mami ko.
DGRPRM Susan Seday, thank you for
Thank you, Pe.
coming.
Hello,
Dig.
And Burns, you
Thank you,
are
Ken.
the best.
Hello,
Galing.
Tops.
Thanks,
Congrats, Blaine.
Thank you very much.
Are you for hire? Because we will do fundraising.
Antupe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Amor.
much.
Thank you, Tina, for coming. Thank you, Stephen.
The star
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lilo, for coming.
Yeah, thanks to
Okay, last.
Attorney Ging. Grabe.
Bye.
Gobrisa, thank you.
Thank you, Gobian. Bye-bye. Goblilo.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ko.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Lilo, thank po.
Yeah.
Jong, thank you, Jong. For yesterday and today.
Thank
No problem, Gov Reese. Anytime. Thank you. My pleasure.
God bless.
Gobing, thank you, Gobing. Bye. Goblimi.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Ma'am Marines.
Congrats.
Yes.
Ma'am Marines, patawagin mo naman sa akin. Bigay mo yung, I'll give you my number, Ma'am Marines, mamaya.
Inday. Marina.